Well, hello folks, my name's Ian and welcome to my channel. Today, Friday, I said I was going to go to the Anvil Yard. So yesterday I picked up a few things, got to get that together, got to get rid of it and make some space. I'm going to tie up a few loose ends, I think, answer a question and a giveaway of a fashion. But more about that later. Beautiful day, we've got an aeroplane flying over. We've got a bit of iron, not a lot. We're collecting all the iron we can together. We're going to strip some of that later. But in here, whoa, we've still got a bit of a dog leg. We're getting there though, we're getting there. Who am I kidding? We're getting nowhere. But one of the things I brought home yesterday, no, I didn't bring it home yesterday. When I came home yesterday, that was outside my back door, dropped off by that guy, as my wife calls him. So that fan's feeling a little bit ropey. And that's an inline fan, and it might just suit there. So we've jury rigged it up with electricity. We've checked the floor is that way, and we've got it on here. We don't know if this works, but we'll find out as soon as I click this switch. Nothing. Oh, what did you expect? Oh, there's a switch here, isn't there? Still nothing. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's quieter. Oh, yes. How quiet that is. There's quite a good flow coming off that. I've got nothing to test it with apart from my glove. Look at that. So, wow, that's quiet. So I think we won't scrap that, and we'll replace that, I think. Oh, thank you very much, that man. Right, next thing, we're going to the Anvil Yard. There are some things made of iron in there. There's one, and we'll strip that. We'll just get rid of whatever iron we can. Right, let's make some space. So with a bit of space creatively created, we've got that out from there, made a bit of space, not a lot, but some. Right, it's you ever go into a washroom in somewhere, you know, public house, restaurant, supermarket, where the toilets, wash your hands, then you stick your hand under one of these things and it dries your hands. That's one of them. So I'm going to stick some power to it to see what happens. Why? Because I can. Right. I know when I tested the Kirby Hoover vacuum cleaner a couple of days ago that this lead worked because it was it made it work. So I know that cable's fine, so I'll just stick them in there, switch it on, see what happens. So with that wired up, oh, slit in there, brown to red, blue to black, switch on, nothing. Don't expect anything to happen because you've got to wave your hand in front of it. That made me jump. Well, it doesn't last long, it's only lasting like 3 seconds, but that does mean I've got a infrared or motion activated. Switch. So it's not motion activated. No, I'll tell you what, I'll just keep the switch mechanism, but we'll have a play about with it. Simple to strip. You see a screw, you take it out. If in doubt, you give it a clout. Simples. Oh, this is the joys of like scrapping. Well, for me, it's not just like taking it apart to get the copper out, etc. It's like figuring out how things work. So I've taken that apart, and I take the cover off. From this angle I couldn't see. There was like 3 LEDs type of things there. So that tells me that and them's the bit that detect whatever movement or heat there is. Well, we'll play about with them afterwards. Well, you're only one little thing away from a total ball ache, aren't you? So this little squirrel cage there is kept in place with a Allen key down there. Simple enough, you just bash a hole inside of the squirrel cage so you can get your Allen key in. Stick it in, unscrew the grub screw, squirrel cage pops off, Bob's your uncle. I use these ball-ended Allen keys, that's a big one. The one that fits there is this tiny one. I stuck my ball end in there, turned it, and my ball end snapped off in that hole down there. I'm not usually so technical in taking things apart. Usually it's that, chisels and a grinder, which I should have resorted to in the first place. So I'm just going to bash the thing to bits, aren't I? Well, it weren't beating me, it became personal, so judicious cuts with the angle grinder. Got a section of the cage off, allowing me to get the hammer in between and knock off the squirrel cage. With that off, 2 screws, lets me take the motor off. The motor, I'll strip it at a later date. I am a bit under the time limit, not a lot, but I am. So what I know about iron is I've got some more of these lighting transformers, so they're iron. I'll strip them. Then I've got this, what I thought was a nice shiny piece of stainless steel, until I stuck my magnet to it. So as far as I'm concerned, iron or steel, it's got to go. It's taking up space. That turns out to be aluminium. So 6 slotted screws, whip that off, punch that out, bit more iron for the tin, and that's about it. Do we do that? And as easy as that, that unscrews, pulls off. There were a couple of hinges on top which happened to be stainless steel, so we chiseled them off with a old wood chisel. But it's a wood chisel that's got a metal shank all the way through, so it's meant for hammering. Eclipse, nice chisel too. So we got this off with the glint of gold there. So that goes up there to be dealt with later. Right, those 3, load the car up and off. You've seen me do these, haven't you? You whiz along there, bend it over, knock them to bits. Well, There's my V-block, which I've used many a time. It's off a gap bed lathe, I think. Anyway, there was a subscriber, Night Scrapper. He said he could do with a V-block. He's just reorganised all his working area, and he just put a video up about that. So go over and have a look at that. So I know I did have something similar. I dug it out. He is picking it up tonight. So I've just found out that if you've got 2 V-blocks, you can make your life a little easier. Right. Oh, my baby, you can't leave me. You can't leave me. You've suddenly become too useful. I can always get another one, I guess. That was easy. Right, that's the last of my iron, so it's get loaded up and get off to the yard. Well, it's not the last of the iron. I've got things like this, which I can strip at a later date. I just want to get rid of as much as I can. Okay. And so there we go, folks. Scrapping at the speed of light. Okay, bad. Ah, look at that. Brilliant sunshine. Well, the car's fully loaded. Looking a little bit low at the back end. But I've had more in. First blood goes to the scrap gods. Right, let's get off to the yard. Well, you all should know this place by now. It's the old Anvil Yard, aka the Scrap Trade Centre. So let us move up because it's been busy, and I do recognise that truck in front there. So let's go over that bump. I recognise that truck. It's Ged, Scouse Ged.
How are you, mate?
Hey!
Oh,
please, pal. Look how clean the man's are.
Look at that, hey.
Bloody hell.
Do you want a butty?
Hey, well, there's money.
Hey, what have you been up to?
Usual, new fire extinguishers.
Lovely.
Anyway, I've got a joke for you, pal.
Go on, tell me a joke.
What do they call a magician who loses his magic?
Don't know.
Ian. Of course.
Terrible.
Ian, see, I've lost my magic. And who's that lovely young lady? Bloody hell. It's been hectic. Been here 10 minutes now. But this has just been put here. And you know what I'm thinking, don't you? I'm thinking I got that compressor off John's workshop yesterday. I can take that off. I might see if they'll sell me the old compressor and I can take off the bits that I want. If I can't get any work done, won't doing nothing. So as my iron goes away to get weighed, Ellie has just been out and she brought me a package. She says, somebody sent you a package to the old Anvil Yard for you. And it rattles like beer. So, thank you very much. We'll open that when we get back. Let's go and see. What did it weigh? And what did it pay? Oh, she's there, the lovely Ella.
Hello! 426 minus tub steel. Yeah.
I've got that.
19 Castelli.
19.
19.
Yeah.
3 lead.
Yeah.
And 30 your batteries.
Thank you very much, Aaron.
I've got a present for you.
Thank you very much. So,
I've got a present for you.
you give it me.
No, another one. Of me.
A big smile.
A big present.
Can it be shown on YouTube? I thought it meant being a private OnlyFans thing, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's funny. Hey, I've made a killing on there if you put my link on YouTube.
I'm sure it would. So, whoever it is, I know you told me, so thank you very much. I won't like it be regular though, people sending stuff here.
What?
I said I won't like it be regular.
Oh, don't worry.
Right, everybody, send everything you want to me here.
There you go, Ian.
Thank you. And I can take that compressor and give you
Yeah.
what's back. Thank you very much, Ellie. Bye. You have to say that again.
Come round the back so I can give you this.
Wait, best offer I've had all time, that.
Don't show the wife.
Well, we've made it back home. And guess what come home with me? Oh, it's and you can see that little little glass thing, which means it's not an oilless compressor. You put oil in it. I only want the bits off the other end, but we'll try firing it up. Why not? Let's open this. And what did it weigh? What did it pay? I'll leave that in car till tomorrow, only because there's nowhere to put it in the shed anyway, even though I've just taken a boatload of stuff to the old Anvil Yard. Hey oh, such is life. So what did it weigh? What did it pay? So we took a couple of batteries in, 580 a ton, gone up a little. Lead, that tiny bit of lead I was given the other day, it was still £4.20. Cast aluminium, £1,030 a ton, only that, almost £20. And mixed Gary scrap, that with the fire extinguisher, other bits and pieces I got. 386 kilogram, that's like 3 big blokes in the car, isn't it? As well as me, giving us £60, £101, not to be sniffed at. It would have been more if the price has been up. Ella tells me that next week they're expecting prices to start rising. She was saying singles is about £3 a kilogram, household cables £2 a kilogram, heavy copper £5 something, and bright wire I think she said £6. So it's the high compared to what they used to be, but not as high as what they used to be recently. Anyway, by the by, let me open this and see what we've got. I'll try my best, one-handed. We've got a dog. Somebody said there's a dog. I've got some chicken turkey. Maybe not. Well, you're a good wrapper up of her. Whomever you are. I'm using duct tape as well. Ooh. Been sent some beers from the Loch Lomond Brewery. And a Scottish flag. Hit it, chewy. Scottish tablet stout. An IPA, brave hop. I'll read that in a minute. Oh, we've got a veritable selection. A veritable plethora. Luminous Nights, 7.4%. The guy knows my taste. Another IPA. Luminous Nights. It's 5.2%. Oh, these are interesting brews. The last mango in Balloch. A mango milkshake. Well, I do like something different. Hitting chewy. Another one of those. Another Luminous Nights. And another Hit It Chewy. Brave up. Better see who it's come from. I've got to say thank you very much. I didn't buy any beers today. Went shopping. I feel bad now after showing that mug yesterday with anyway. A little present from West Lothian fan. Please enjoy the Loch Lomond beer. Also beer from Dundee. Please say hi to me on one of your videos and remember to weigh in the empty cans. Of course I will. Best wishes and keep producing the great films. William McCrorie West Lothian. Well, first of all, William McCrorie from West Lothian, and I'm going to have to Google where West Lothian is. I've only been to Scotland once. I went to Rosyth, the Naval Yard, when I was going to join the Navy way back when there were sailing ships. So I'll stick a couple of these in the freezer. Thank you very much. I know you did contact the yard first and they said it was okay, because I was like, oh, I don't want loads and loads of parcels going to the yard, but Ella and Robert were fine with it. Robert at the moment wasn't at the yard because Robert, the owner, is in British Columbia. That's Canadian treasure hunter and NAS Atlas, and of course Cruiser Mac country. I'll might keep you lot posted about where he is. At the moment he was in Vancouver. William, thank you very much. Right, one last thing to show. So first of all, I think I better show this little clip again.
Around the back so I can give you this.
Wait, best offer I've had all time, that.
Don't show the wife.
So Ellie did indeed invite me round the back and gave me something I wasn't expecting at all. You may recall that Gary, the original owner of the yard, Gary Shorrock, has just run that 47 miles uphill both ways round Windermere in the Lake District to raise money for charity. We all know that early in the year Ella's daughter nearly died because of a chest infection, but was saved by the hospital. Gary's decided to raise money for the charity by doing this massive run called the Lap. A lot of people's given money to it, a lot of people followed him, lots of support. He was struggling. He said the hardest part was not the run, but was raising the money. That's when I decided I would help and share it around the YouTube community, scrapping community, who were fantastic, came forward. He was stuck at around about £2,800. It was stalling. You guys came about. Boom, it shot over 4,000 soon, then over 5,000. He reached his target. It just kept rising and rising, and eventually the total was about £11,500 he raised. He's been on the local news, he's been in the local paper. Ellie were telling me at the yard, the television company have been on to him. The local TV company, they want to come down and do an interview, and that is going to be a mini piece on the TV as well. So Gary told Ellie he wanted to show his appreciation for what I've done for him. I said there's no need, it was the scrapping community. Scrapyard, part of the scrapping community. But he insisted that Ellie went and got me something. And when I say get me something, he said, I want you to get Ian something nice. I know he drinks whiskey. Ellie doesn't drink whiskey. She went to a posh store. A friend works there, so she's probably got a discount, hopefully. because what they did choose to get me was Johnny Walker Blue Label, which is wow. Which is wow because I can't afford to buy Johnny Walker Blue Label. I'll be honest. Gary, I'm touched at the gesture. That's all I can say. What I did, I didn't do for any other reward or even, what do they call it? Me too, ism? No, it was. You were stuck. You needed some help. I just put it out there. But that is an awfully nice gesture. I'm touched. I hope you see this. You shouldn't have. And it's not one I'll be drinking willy-nilly. I'll just have it on special occasions, Christmas, things, birthdays, stuff like that. So thank you very much. Right, and William, thank you very much for your beers. Do I call this it? We'll do another little thing. I've got to do some tidying up because the night scrapper is coming here later. Remember, look to the sky and remember his name, the night scrapper. Coming to picking his V block up and some other stuff that he doesn't know I'm giving him. Yeah, I'm going to empty my shed. See you in a little bit if I carry on or not. And this here is...
Night Scrapper UK.
Who are you?
Night Scrapper UK.
Night Scrapper UK. Pleased to meet you, pal. Welcome to me shed.
Yeah, man.
Oh, the shithole of the shed. Well, so the night scrapper has gone now with some goodies. I've got some goodies as well from the skip. And of course, it's always a pleasure to help people out if you can, doesn't it? Not everyone's got access to big chunks of steel and sheet steel and other things. He's also been round to the secret location because he wanted some light fittings for his shed. So, been there, sworn him to secrecy. I'm sure he won't let me down. Right, what a beautiful night. I think it's time to have one of those beers. I know yesterday's video, I said I've give up drinking, but if I've been given some beers, it'd be rude not to, wouldn't it? So, I'm going to finish off with one little thing that somebody in the video asked me, last night's video asked, how do I strip this cable? Which is this. So I'll cut a piece off and I'll show you that and then call the video it. Okay, so we've just cut a couple of lengths off there. One to go through the wire stripper machine and one to do by hand. But first, and thanks to William, we'll go for a Loch Lomond Brave Hop IPA. I said I wasn't drinking, but like I said, be rude not to. So, thank you very much, William, from West Lothian. So I can do it two-handed. I won't have to give it such a big head, although I have give it a big head, and it's going. Oh, that's nice. It is when you've not had a drink for a full week. 6%, not too shabby. It's very hoppy. I love hoppy. That is a lovely IPA. It's a fine choice. I can't wait to go through the others. Oh, as it happens, I've got another one here. Luminous Lights IPA, and I'll be trying that one later. I don't want too many because I've got a lot of work on tomorrow and I don't want to wake up with a thick head. Right, let's find something safe. Okay, so this is for Luke. No, this is for the subscriber 123 Luke 456. How to strip this kind of stuff that has got, well, what we call the Chinese finger trap stuff in it. Short piece, sharp knife, and just score along the plastic. Give it a bash, that spreads it apart. You can open it up and you can peel off the outer casing. It's as simple as that. Now if you try to pull that, it just goes tighter. It goes tighter because it's mesh, and as you pull it, you're tightening it. So you got to push it, not pull it. You got to push it, and if you push it, it compresses and goes bigger. Unlike pulling it, which makes it go longer. And you push it, it goes smaller but fatter, and then you get the middle corny bit out. So I hope that helped you out, Luke. 1, 2, 3, Luke. 4, 5, 6. And then of course you can do the same with that, and that of course will go through the wire stripper. So if you've got one of these wire strippers, which I got sent by someone who I can never thank enough, you can also put this stuff through there. Whee. That's it, that's deep enough. Once you've got it set right, you can just do the same thing through the machine. Of course, you're going to do meters or yards of it all at once. Likewise, don't try to pull it off. You won't. Just pull it down. And there you go. Oh, I'll tell you what we'll do first of all. Easy. Yeah, unfortunately. Sometimes it's copper coated, nickel coated copper on the outside. There you go, Luke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Luke. That's how you strip that stuff. Right, my last video, I got given this cup, this mug. My wife said it's not going in the house. So a few people, several people said, well, if I don't want it, could they have it? So what I'm going to do, because there's more than one person, and I thought, well, it's not just right for say, I'll explain why. I'm first, I can have it. Because it's like if somebody in, it's the way it works, you can pull something before someone else, but it doesn't get logged onto the internet and appear on me, my comments page, until after someone else has posted it. It's a bit daft like that, YouTube. So what I'm going to do, you know who you were, I think there's only 3, maybe 4. I'll either just pick those 4, put a number to it, roll a dice, cut it up, put it in a cup, in this cup, let the missus pick a name out, and whoever's name it is, I'll comment in the next video and say, look, if you want that cup, email me your address and I'll send it to you, because I don't want it and she don't want it. Ian in his shed, been a long day. I've had a visitor, we've had beers given to me via the old Anvil Yard, we've had an awesome bottle of whiskey given to me for, well, I'm going to say undeserved effort. Gary wanted to do, and you know, who am I to say no? So once again, thanks to the old Anvil Yard for letting me film today. Thanks Ellie for letting me bring that compressor. so I can take the bits off it. What's left is going to go back. As a type of guy I am, what I'll probably do is strip the motor down for them, so they get the benefit of somebody's weighed it in as garage scrap, and they're going to get iron, aluminium, copper back. It's the least I can do, isn't it? Right, Ian in his shed, and a lot lighter shed too. There's stuff going out. I won't say faster than it's coming in, but no, we'll see. And as for the wound, I'm a bit like Wolverine. I'll heal quickly. See you all soon. Ta-ra now.